everyone, so today I decided to film a tutorial and I felt really inspired to do a bronzed, glowy makeup tutorial, kind of like summer nights, hot, kind of sexy, bronze goddess, I guess you could say, makeup tutorial. I was inspired by the shade Noli in the Desi Katy collection, mainly because I didn't really use that shade in the last video when I was kind of trying everything out, and I just felt like doing a nice bronze, smoky, sexy look. And I think I achieved that by this, just because I feel like in their collection it was just so glowy and sexy, and like just everything really looked so amazing on them, like in their videos. And I just really was inspired by that highlight, like just by the glowy highlight, the wet look of it. And I think that the bronze eye look really pairs well with that. So I decided to do this today. I hope that you guys enjoy what I came up with. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. I really appreciate when you guys give me thumbs up and you enjoy. But yeah, do that if you liked it, and don't forget to follow me on social media if you want to see more updates. I want to hear more from you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys give me. But anyways, I'm going to get on with the video. If you guys want to see how I achieve this look that I'm wearing right now, then just keep watching. First thing that I'm going to do to make sure that my skin is glowing is use this Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. I always like shake the bottle a little bit to get those gold flecks all shooketh up in there. Alright, so for glowy skin, I always like to use Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. If you don't have this, then I'd say you should use the L'Oreal Pro Glow, because that one is very comparable to this one. This one just gives me that extra luminosity that I love. And I'm going to mix it with Fiona Stiles, the matte one, just to give me a little more coverage. I always feel like matte foundations give me just a touch of coverage, like if I mix it in. I haven't really been using primers lately. I'm not really sure why. I still haven't even used that First Aid Beauty one that I got in a Sephora haul, just because, I don't know, I just haven't really been feeling the need for them lately. For concealer today, I'm going to be using the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage, because I feel like this one gives me more of like a luminous look instead of matte under my eyes. I feel like it gives me a little bit more of a dewy look. I am going to bake under my eyes, which isn't necessarily ideal for glowy skin, but I'm honestly just doing a teeny tiny bit of powder just so that I don't crease at all. And I'm just taking a tiny bit of this Kat Von D, what is it called? Dang it. I don't know. I've really been loving it. Brightening powder and petal. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit on this sponge, which I don't really know if this sponge is good for baking yet, but literally all I'm doing is just a teeny tiny bit, because I've kind of not really been into baking as much lately. Alright, so I just did my brows off camera really quick because my battery died. I'm going to go in with highlighter before I bronze my skin, because I saw Desi do that and I'm going to try it. So I'm going to mix the two highlighters from, I don't know though. I'm going to mix the two highlighters from the Desi Katy collection because I'm really feeling them both and I don't want to pick just one. Just mix them together and apply that on the skin. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. This is so pretty. Highlight, no highlight. Look at the difference. Then I kind of take it up towards my brow just a little bit, and I like to, you know, always get the high points of my face, the points of your face that are going to be like hitting the light per se. So yeah, I'm just taking this and placing it right on the high points of my forehead up here. And then I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to take Fuego, actually just Fuego, and I'm going to put that on my nose. Just take this little brush. This is a Morphe M507. I'm still working on nose contour and highlight, just making sure I can do it right. I feel like every time I use my finger it's just too much, so I'm going to try brush and see if that looks a little bit better. So I don't know how Desi can always get like a perfect like nose highlight. It's kind of awesome. I kind of envy that. So if you ever feel like you get too much, then just take your beauty blender and just kind of pounce on top of that highlight. I always kind of like go right there because I don't want it to look too harsh. And then I kind of take it on the side. I like to kind of just press it in. I don't know why I do this, just because I feel like it blends it, like in a way of not like blending it too much. I'm going to be using the Givenchy Les Saisons bronzer. I kind of want to use the butter bronzer in a way, but this one I really have been loving because of the formula. It's just very like, I don't know, it reminds me of the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, but I love the formula. It's so different, and it kind of is like the butter bronzer in a way too, because it's not really powdery. It's like a really, really packed, but very beautiful powder. It's very sheer as well, like it has a sheer glow. So I'm just taking this bronzer. It's actually a powder, but I use it as a bronzer, and I'm taking a Morphe M527. This is my favorite bronzer brush, and it just makes the bronzer really like seamless and beautiful on the skin. So I'm just gonna take that and apply it to my cheekbones and on my jaw, just to give a bronzed glow kind of all over. I'm going to kind of do like a dusting all over, but those are the concentrated areas that you want. You want to get the top of the forehead, like on the side, the bronzer helmet, as they say. I mean Katy and Desi, I'm pretty sure, but I say it too now. So always get the jaw, like the jawline, because that really makes you have like a chiseled looking jaw. I know this isn't like a contour tutorial, but since I'm bronzing anyways, I'm just telling you. That's always what I do. Since this is a really glowy look, I decided to do, you know, my most glowy bronzer that I use, because I didn't want to do a matte bronzer for a glowy look, you know. The blush that I'm going to be using today, I feel like is a really nice bronzy blush. Not bronzy, but it looks really good on like tan, glowy skin. And this is from Hourglass. It's the Euphoric Fusion Blush, and it's a really pretty, really pretty. Normally I go for like a peach or a coral, but today I'm spicing it up. I feel like this is gonna look good. Ooh, woocha! I say that every time, it's so annoying. I like that though, it's a little intense. I'm gonna have to go in, a little bit goes a long way, especially because I didn't like do a lot of powder, so it's like sticking to everything. So I'm going to go back and if I ever find like something's too much, I always go back with a beauty blender or like a sponge. This is the flower sponge I've been using, and I've been loving it. Thank you, Whitney, for getting me this sponge. Such a sweetie. And a lot of times after blush, I'll go back and blend out, you know, if I feel like it's looking a little crazy. We are pretty much done with the skin, so I'm going to set my face with the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I've been digging this one. It's not like my absolute favorite I've ever used, but I've been liking it, and I feel like it's pretty. I like the mister on it. It's very, very, very subtle, like a subtle nozzle. For the bronzed eyes, I am going to just go in with some MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is obviously my favorite primer. I use it, that's all I use ever. So I always like to use this just to kind of give me a nice base on my eye. Get rid of any redness, any discoloration, whatever, just to give you a blank canvas. I feel like it always makes me look more awake. I'm gonna go in with the, I think it's called Silk. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's one of the Jaclyn Hill colors. It's this one right here. It's called Silk something. I used to have the little paper out and I don't know where it went. I think it's over on my vanity, but I'm just gonna use that color, and I'm gonna go in with this Morphe E27. I love this for the crease, just a transition color. It's really a nice brush. Kind of lay down a transition. I love the bristles on it, the shape of it, everything, but we just want to define that crease. I'm going to be using the shade Noli right here. It's this nice bronze shade. I didn't use it in my last video, so I wanted to use it in whatever next video I did. So I'm just taking that on a M433 from Morphe, and I'm just going to buff this out in the crease. It's a really, really pretty bronze shade, and I love it for like an everyday bronzy look. I'm really just applying this all over the lid. Bring it into the inner corner. I'm bringing it out above the crease. I just love that. Like, look how easy that is. It's so pretty. So I'm just working that in and just fanning, like bringing that out. Like, I just want to bring it out, and I'm gonna really smoke out this look because I love like bronzed looks that are just really, really, really just smoked out. Next, I'm going to bring out the Charlotte Tilbury palette. This is the Dolce Vita Luxury palette. I love this one, and I feel like it goes really well with this Noli eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the shade, which one is it? It's number 3. Number 3, Smoke. And I'm gonna just take it on a pencil brush and just apply it to my outer V and just kind of define the crease even more with this shade. But really, I'm just gonna keep it on the outer V and just smoke it out, like kind of use it as like a liner. But I'm just really sticking on the outer edge of the eye with this shade. I think that's all I'm really doing right there. I don't want it to be too dark or anything like that. That shade has quite a bit of fallout, so that freaked me out for a second because you already did my face, but it's okay. It all works out. What I'm gonna do is go into that next shade, Pop. I think it's number 4. It's my favorite shade in the whole palette. Like, it's so beautiful, and I'm gonna use it wet actually. So I'm just using some of that Cover FX setting spray and putting that on my finger, dipping in there, and then I'm going to pop that over my lid, and it's gonna give it this nice wet look. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Talk about a wet bronzy eye. Oh my. Oh, I'm so in love with this, by the way. I could wear this like every single day. So last thing for eyeshadow, I'm going to take the shade Fuego, and I'm gonna just take a Morphe M441, and I'm going to kind of dust this in my inner corner and just kind of brighten it up a little bit. See how it kind of just brightens up the eye. I'm gonna take the shade Suze right here, the light one, and I'm going to use a just like a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna wet that because this is one that you're supposed to use wet, I believe. Okay. And I'm just gonna dip into that and just apply it to the inter corners, like just that tear duct basically. Ooh. And then I'm just gonna finish my eyes by adding some mascara and lashes. All right, and to finish off the look, all I need to do is my lips. So I am using this Becca nude liner in the shade Nougat. I think it's Nougat. And then I'm gonna fill in with the lipstick, my favorite lipstick from the Desi Katy collection. You guys know that I'm still hyped up from this collection, so that's why I'm like trying to use as much as I can. And I'm going to just fill in with No Shade. I love this lip combination. It is so pretty. If you wanted to just leave it as a matte lip, you could just leave it like it is, but I'm going to actually top the whole look off with the lip gloss over the top from the Desi Katy collection, of course, and I'm just obsessed with this gloss, you guys. So this finishes off the look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Let me know what you guys want to see next down below. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.